This video is going to show you one strategy that you can use when you want to use a PDF as an assignment in Canvas. I'm starting here with my PDF. It is just a simple word scramble, but you can do this with any PDF. It'll just take a little bit of planning on how to best make it available to students to fill in blanks. Anyway, so first off, as you can see with my page, it goes down further than what my screen shows. So using my zoom in and zoom out function buttons over here, I'm going to make this small enough so that I can at least see the title of the PDF. I really don't need the bottom of it that much, so I'm just going to go right about here. That's pretty good. All right, and then what you're going to need to do next is choose your favorite screenshot tool. I'm using a combination of keys on my keyboard to take my screenshot, because what we're doing is we're turning our PDF now into an image, and that's what we need. So my PDF is now an image. Okay, so the next step is to open a blank Google slide, which I have done here. I'm just going to leave it with the white background. But one thing I'm going to change a couple things on here. First off, I'm going to change the slide layout. I don't want any text boxes right now on this. And I can do that just by coming up to slide and going to apply layout. This is one way that you can do it. And I'm going to find the one that says blank. Okay, so I've taken care of that. I'm going to close my themes options here. Now, the next step is I want to change the dimensions of my slide, and that can be done under File, and you're going to have to go all the way down to Page Setup. The default is this ratio, which most of us are used to using, but I'm actually going to go into Custom this time, and I'm going to change this to 8.5 by 11, which is the same as a piece of paper that I would make copies of and hand out to kids if it were a PDF. And we click Apply. And just so you can see now what that looks like, let's see, I will go 50% here. Okay, so you can see that it looks like a piece of paper now. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to make that image that we screenshot into the background of the slide. Now, I could insert it as an image and then just lay it over this, but there is the danger that students would later delete that and not know how to get it back. So you can change the background a couple ways. You can just take 2 fingers and tap and go to change background, or you also have the option here on your toolbar. So under background, I'm going to choose an image, and you'll remember that when I took that screenshot, it went into my download folder, and the PDF is right here. And then click done. And now you can see that my image of my PDF is now my slide background. Now I'm going to change my view here because I want it to be a little bit bigger. So I'm going to go back to about 100%. I can scroll up and down through that. So the next step is to provide some text boxes for students to actually type their responses in. And we can do that from Insert, Text Box. And depending how long the word is in the word scramble, I can just make my box like that. And I would give you some advice here to put something like your answer here, or you could also put something like click here to type your answer, but give them some clue that there's actually a text box there so they're not clicking around looking for them. Something else you could do, just a couple other suggestions, to make it stand out maybe a little bit, you could change the color. Maybe something like that. You could even do an outline around the text box. In Google Slides, when you insert a text box, the default is that the line is transparent, but if you wanted to just give it a color, that's going to be a lot easier for them to see. And no need to keep doing that over and over, just a simple copy and paste, and then just drag them into position. And then continue that throughout the document. So to then make this available to your students, whatever method you happen to use in your Canvas course, You can use the Google Cloud tool. You could have them make a copy of the Google slide and fill in the answers and then turn it in with a shared link. You have lots of options. But this is one way that you can provide a PDF to students and they can actually type on it.